Right, hey there, welcome everyone. Before we get started, I see the seats are filling up very nicely. I'm very excited about that. But before we welcome you properly and get this thing started, I just want to make sure that the audio is working on my side and that you can hear me loudly and clearly. So if you can hear what I'm saying right now, just give me a yes or a no or a whatever in the chat box just to see if you can actually hear me. Right, so I've got a hear you fine from Kelvin, I've got a working from John, and a whole bunch of other people filling my question box also with a few positive replies. Right, so let's get this thing started. I think we're ready. I'm very excited to have you here. I see a lot of new faces that I haven't had on webinars before, so I'm glad to see all of you here as well. And today we're going to cover a ton of awesome content. I'm going to reveal my proven 12-step system for the fastest way for a newbie to earn 6 figures per year. And this is something that I very, very strongly believe in and that I teach to my coaching students as well. And I'm going to reveal all of this to you here in this webinar. So I hope you're just as excited as I am to get started. And let me tell you just a bit before we get started. Now, I'm sure some of you have been on webinars before, and maybe some of you have been on webinars for myself as well, but I can promise you that this is not your normal webinar. Okay, this will seriously change everything you thought you knew about internet marketing. You've seen a lot of webinars or trainings or things before on a whole bunch of different methods, and I'm going to expose a lot of those methods and teachings to be complete rubbish. Right, so what I want you to do is to grab your notepad, take notes, and give me your undivided attention. That means don't go and play around on Facebook or watch other videos on YouTube or go chat on Skype. What you need to do right now is you need to take this seriously, and if you take this seriously and give me your whole undivided attention for this webinar, then I'm going to promise you that you will not regret giving this precious time of yours to me so that I can teach you something new today. Right, so let's get started immediately, and let me tell you how you will benefit from this training webinar today. Now, during this live session, I'm going to reveal a ton of content for you. First, I'm going to reveal a few of the challenges that I've found that prevents most of you from tasting internet marketing success. Right, so if you can just quickly type into the chat box or the question box or whatever you can, just tell me how many of you haven't made a success with internet marketing yet. How many of you are sitting here watching this webinar not making $1 or whatever? Who can tell me how much are you guys making at this stage? How many of you are having success with internet marketing? How many of you have tasted success yet? I see Leon is still struggling. Right, so there's quite a few people who haven't tasted internet marketing success yet. Right, so I'm going to tell you what the challenges of that is and why that is possible, that you're still struggling. Then I'm going to reveal my full internet marketing journey. For those of you who don't know me yet, I'm not going to waste a lot of your time, but I'm going to show you how I went from the beginning and how I made my journey through internet marketing from probably where most of you are now, and how I made my breakthrough and how I got to where I am at now, which is making quite a comfortable living online. Right, so the next thing, and this is something that I didn't want to reveal, and I'm going to reveal this to all of you on this webinar, and that is the big secret that the so-called guru marketers don't want you to know. I'm going to reveal all of that, and I'm going to reveal and show you what I call the 4-stage cycle that all the big boys use to earn 6 or 7 figures. Now with big boys, I mean all the top dogs, the huge internet marketers, all those gurus that you see earning 6 or 7 figures per year. I'm going to show you, it's a very simple model that they use. I'm going to show you their exact 4-stage cycle that they use. And then at that stage, I'm sure that there's going to be many of you wondering if this system that I'm explaining, the secret that I'm revealing, if all of this is possible and if anyone can make money with that. So I'm going to run you through a few case studies, show you a bit of proof, show you how easy it is to succeed with this model that I'm going to teach you today. And then we're going to get into the real meat of today's training, and that is the full layout of my exact 12-step system and proven game plan that I've figured out to earn 6 figures per year. And this is the exact system that I'm teaching my top level coaching students, and I'm going to reveal all of that for free to you guys. And then I'm going to show you some proof. I'm going to show you that anyone can succeed with this, even you, because I know there's going to be a lot of people on this webinar who's really going to doubt me and not really believing in this system that I'm going to lay out for you. So I'm going to show you that anyone can succeed with this. And then I'm going to give you a very special opportunity that will guarantee your success with this method that I'm going to teach. And if you stay all the way to the end, I've got a huge question and answer session. I'm going to stay right up until the end with you guys, so you can ask me any questions about internet marketing, about the training, about the webinar, and then I've got a very special free bonus, but only to the attendees that stay all the way until the end. So we have a lot of goodies coming your way. I hope that you will pay attention, that you will stay with me, and that you take notes and stay interactive. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. Feel free to ask questions from your side as well. If it's not directly related to the training, I will maybe answer it a little bit later, but keep the questions coming, okay? Right, so if you see a poll on the screen, okay, I know maybe some of you see a poll on the screen. Don't worry about that. Just cancel that. Maybe I will just close that if it's possible. Not sure if a few of you seeing that. All right, so let's get started. And I want to see which of these challenges have you faced with internet marketing. Now, I'm sure a lot of you on this webinar won't be here if you haven't tried some part of internet marketing or earning money online. So let's see how many of these you can tick. And if you see something that you can agree with, that you have also faced, please give me a hell yeah or a yes or a whatever in the chat box so I can see how many of you are struggling with this problem. Right, so internet marketing seems difficult or time consuming. How many of you have found or think or believe that internet marketing is actually something that's difficult, that not everybody can do, or that's time consuming? How many of you think it's difficult, something that's not possible for every normal person to do? Right, feel free to hit me up in the chat box. Let me know what you think. Right, so I've got Monica saying yes. Right, so I think there's a lot of people who think it's just too difficult and time consuming. And that brings us to the next problem. I think many people don't know where to start. And this is one thing that I've found from a lot of my coaching students as well. They are suffering from information overload, okay? You just get so much information. Maybe you've found a lot of free information, you heard a lot of things, you did a lot of research, but you don't really know where to start. How many of you guys on this webinar is suffering from information overload as well? Leon says, overload, boom. I mean, that's a huge problem for so many people, just to know where to get started. And this is something maybe you've heard of this term before, shiny object syndrome, SOS. How many of you are confused by so many different offers and methods? Now, if I have to take a wild guess, I can probably tell you that most of you are getting at least 20 plus different offers, be it free offers, be it paid offers, or product recommendations in your inbox every day. Most of them from different marketers. How many of you are just totally confused and don't know who to believe? Which method works, which method doesn't work? You're just getting confused by so many different offers. And we're getting a lot of replies from Monica, from Paul, from Leon, from Robert saying a lot of people just are too confused by so many products, okay? Robert says he bought over 300 and some of them maybe for good reason. I know some people buy it for the right reasons, but I think most of us just buy the product because they sell it to you and you jump on it on an impulse decision, and afterwards you just realize that this product isn't for you or it's not working for you, and you start searching again, just staying confused. And this brings me to this one as well. Wasted too much money on junk or stuff that don't work. How many of you have bought a lot of products that you believe just totally junk? It's stuff that don't work or that doesn't work for you. How many? Paul says, yes, he has. Right, so many people. Jim, I don't have a bonus for that. Thousands of dollars, says Monica. Robert says over 300 products, hundreds of products, says Brock. Right, so most people have just wasted too much money. What if somebody would tell you, listen, they will take all that money that you spend on that, just give you one thing that will find the solution for you for all those problems that you have. You just don't get that. It's always just one product solving one specific problem, and then it leaves so many gaps in your learning, or you just don't know how to implement it to make it succeed. Wasted too much money on junk. And that if you are one of these people, the chances are you haven't found a proven, actionable, step-by-step system to implement. And this is what most people don't realize, okay? It's not about finding a product, a push-button, cash method, or a secret way to start making money suddenly. It's not about the method. It's not about the strategy. It's not about the product that you buy. It's about finding a system. It's about finding a system to implement something that works for your business. And any or all products that you buy or additional research that you do is only to benefit the system that you already have. How many of you are struggling because you don't have a system that works? I think a lot of you likely just don't have the time to test out all the products. You don't have the time or dedication to go through all these products and see which ones work and which ones don't, right? You need something that you know is proven, something that you know already works, that you can dedicate all your time to and follow to make it work. And that's the problem that most people have, right? So this means that you are in need of real help. You are in need of real guidance from somebody that's qualified, that you can trust. And hopefully during this webinar, all of this will change for you. Okay, so if you're struggling with any of these challenges, and I think most of you are struggling with that, then I want you to have your eyes nailed to the screen for the next hour or so, because I'm going to promise you all of this can change for you in this webinar. And you don't have to believe me right now. I know there's a lot of people doubting me, but hopefully the content that I'm going to reveal to you in this webinar is going to be that change for you today, okay? Right, so let's get started and just give you a little bit of background about me and tell you about my story, my journey to become a six-figure earning online marketer. So basically, for those of you who don't know, I started out, left school, I studied to be a teacher, a primary school teacher actually, here in South Africa where I'm at now as well. And for those of you who don't know, here in South Africa, the teachers and educators are not as well paid as in the UK and the US. It's quite a low salary. Starting salary and just is about, if I have to convert in US dollars, probably around 1,000 US dollars, which for the cost of living in South Africa is really terrible. It's really difficult to make a living and look after your family or children that you get later on. Okay, so, and in addition to that, I had huge study loans. I didn't have money. My parents couldn't afford to put me through college, so I had to take a huge loan at the bank, and I need to repay that loan. Now, it's very difficult to pay off your loans starting as a teacher in South Africa. So I went overseas where I got paid a little bit better. I went to Taiwan, later England and the UK, where I taught English and a bunch of other subjects. And at that stage, I had a lot of extra free time because I wanted to be financial free. I wanted to pay off my study loans quicker. I just couldn't wait, struggling for so long to pay it off. And it was during this time that I got hooked by online marketing. Probably like most of you, I can't even remember where I got my first email from somebody, but I started reading about how people are making money online. And I tried a whole bunch of different methods. I did a lot of research, and although I tasted a bit of success here and there, I had no real success. I probably spent a lot more money than I earned in the first year of that I tried making money online. Now here you can see a picture of me. This is in my little loft apartment that I shared with 10 other people and my girlfriend as well of that time. And this is the first ClickBank check that I received, the very first money that I made online. And it's about 100, I can't read here, but I think it's about 100 or something dollars. I think it's 100 or something dollars. I see a lot of you were struggling to see my slides. Looks like there was a slight error with that, but hopefully all of you would be able to see it right now. I can't believe nobody told me about this. Thank you so much for telling me. Sorry about that. Well, basically, this is the first proper slides that we're having, so you didn't miss much. Don't worry about that. So this is the image where I took a picture of the first ClickBank check, the very first money that I made online. And I made this with, I think, with PPC, with Google AdWords, promoting an affiliate product. Now, I probably spent more money than I made with this check, but after receiving this check, seeing that this internet marketing thing is real, a light bulb went off my head, and I knew that it was possible to earn money online. Okay, I knew that all the people telling me that it's possible on emails and products that they're trying to sell is not all rubbish. It is actually possible. So I tried a whole bunch of different things. Maybe some of you have tried some of these as well. If you have or tried some of these, let me know. Type in the chat box for me. How many of you have started with AdSense sites or affiliate review sites, or maybe trying to make money as an Amazon affiliate or YouTube, or maybe multi-level marketing things or CPA offers? I tried all of these, but although I made a few cents here and there, I didn't make enough to earn the equivalent of a full-time internet marketing income. Okay, the problem with AdSense sites is that you just don't make enough money. Okay, you need to drive heavy traffic to your websites through search engine optimization, which is really hard, can take a lot of time or cost you a lot of money to do, right? And traffic is the problem for that. So a lot of you probably start with affiliate marketing. You're trying to promote other people's products, and maybe you make a few sales here and there, but it's just impossible for somebody starting out to make a lot of money as an affiliate marketer because you just don't get enough traffic to your review site. Okay, you can use YouTube, you can use pay-per-click advertising and all those different things, but it's just a lot of effort that you have to put in to build other people's businesses. If you're an affiliate, you're building other people's businesses. You're generating sales for them, and although you make a little bit of money on your own, you don't build your own business, okay? And this is something that I realized over a very long period of time, okay? So all these methods are not the best ones if you want to make a real income online. I'm not talking about $1 here and there. I tried about earning a proper income that's good enough to sustain your family, okay, and yourself as well. So I absorbed as much info as possible, looking for something that works, and then I discovered a system that worked for me. And this is something that was the complete turning point in my internet marketing career. I started creating and marketing my own information products, and while I was doing this, I started building an email list. Now first I just rebranded PLR products that I bought with resale rights. I started building my list with that. I started making sales with that, and then I saw that it's a lot better if you sell your own products, even if it's PLR products. And after I started making a lot of money with that and started making a lot more money with all the other methods, I dumped all my previous methods and focused all my time on creating info products. I first rebranded PLR products, but later on I reinvested my profits and started creating original training products and software products and all those type of things. Now, although my first product launch was pretty much a failure, I think I sold less than 20 units of that product, and it took me about 3 months to create it. I learned a lot from my mistakes. And at that stage, I started making contacts with other coaches and other marketers, and I got a bit of coaching and mentoring help from a lot of other people. And then at that stage, everything started going a lot better from my side. So I was able to get a lot of insider information. I improved my strategy of creating and marketing these products, and that way I perfected my own unique system for this over a period of 2 years. Okay, now obviously if I got this strategy and this step-by-step system that I perfected from the very beginning, I would have been where I'm at now quite a few years ago. So I had to take the long way around because I tried to do this on my own. But after I started getting some coaching help and getting a real system that worked for me, I was able to improve this system of mine. And at that stage, I was able to come back to South Africa. I quit my teaching job. I went full-time as an internet marketer, and then I scaled up because I had a lot of time. I started this part-time. I did this part-time for a very long time, and then I fired my boss, so to say, and I scaled up my own business, and that is where I'm at now. Now I have a proven system. This system, I just rinse, repeat. I used to work very long hours just to build my business to where it is now, but now I have a much more relaxed life. I already know the system. I just rinse, repeat it, so to say, and I'm making a success of it. And just recently, in the last year or so, I was trying to miss my old teaching lifestyle, not the money from teaching as much, but more the idea of helping people. So I decided the best way that I can help people was to become an internet marketing coach. So basically I went back to my roots a bit, used my old education experience and love for teaching, and decided to combine that with my internet marketing. So now I still launch products, I still build my list, I still do all of that, as you probably know, but I'm also an internet marketing coach where I teach my proven system and other methods as well. And so now basically I'm doing what I love. I'm doing the 3 things I love, which is internet marketing and teaching, and my job doesn't feel like a job. I really love doing what I'm doing at this stage, and in my off time I'm just enjoying life. You can see here's a few silly images of me and my wife where we went to some locations. We love traveling. What's great about this lifestyle, as you probably know, and is that you can do this in your own spare time. You can go away if you have a whole system in place, you can go traveling for a few weeks and you can still earn money online. I've been away the last week on a trip in the mountains without any internet access for a week. I returned and my business was still standing, and I still made a lot of money from all the systems that I have in place. Right, so that's my whole journey in a nutshell. And of course, I'm trying to improve this every day. And so how many of you can relate to the story that I told you? How many of you are maybe also where I was at now, where you are desperate for a change in your life, where you are not just happy with what you have now, you want to change what you want in your life, be that financial freedom, be that more money, be that to pay off your mortgage, be that to buy fancy cars or a new house or whatever. How many of you are watching this webinar now and want to make a change in your lifestyle? Leon says yes, he wants to change. Robert says change, grow, evolve. I'm asking this because there's just so many people who are just comfortable with their living. They don't want to make something more of themselves, or they don't want to earn more money, or they don't want to attain more in their life. Okay? And that's perfectly fine. And this webinar is actually more for the people that want to change their life, that want to earn more money, and that want to get a better lifestyle for themselves. Right? So let me tell you what the big secret is that not many guru marketers want you to know about. How many of you are waiting for the secret? How many of you want me to reveal this secret to you? There are few people who already know the secret. How many of you want to take a guess? Type into the question box. How many of you want to take a wild guess what this big secret is? I'm sure some of you know this already. Right, Monica says yes. Leon says he's waiting. Right, so the big secret is that they are not making their money that they normally show in their screenshots on their sales pages with the techniques that they are selling you. So probably all or most of the how to make money online products that you see in emails, on sales pages, all are accompanied with these screenshots of millions of dollars that these marketers earn. And they normally claim that all of these earnings are due to their secret method that they're selling you, or their secret push button software, or maybe a plugin that generates so much traffic for them that makes them all this money. And then you believe these screenshots, because sometimes it's real, sometimes it's even videos, you know it's not fake, but the money that they show in those screenshots are most of the time are not made with the technique that they are selling in that particular product that they're advertising. Now, how many of you know this? How many who can guess what these people are doing to actually make these money that they see on the screenshots? Leon, I can't name these people, but it's most people, right? Now, before I tell you what they use to actually make all of that money, I want you to think about something. If you understand how these people make that kind of big money, you can too. How many of you agree with that? If you can understand how these guru marketers, how six-figure, seven-figure marketers make their money, and you know exactly how they make it, you can make it too. How many of you agree with that statement of mine? How many of you agree with that? That Leon says he agrees. Robert says yes. Right? If you know how somebody else doing it, you can do it too. Right? Do you think you can also be successful if you can get your hands on the exact blueprint these successful marketers use and simply copy them? There's no use reinventing the wheel, trying to look for new methods to make more money online. If you know that a person is making 6 or 7 figures per year and he hands you his complete system, would you also be able to copy that and be successful with that? Who agrees with that? And this is what the marketers don't want to reveal to you. They don't want to reveal their exact blueprint to you, so they just give it to you in bits and pieces in different products and make money from that. And that brings me to the method that all these big guru marketers use, and that is that they earn their money as product launch marketers. Now, how many of you know what a product launch marketer is, how that works? How many of you know what a product launch marketer is? Right, so there's a few of you. Right, so product launch marketer, and this is basically the 4-step cycle that product launch marketers use to earn money online while building a business online, okay? They first research and create a product. Well, sometimes they don't even create it. They just buy the product from somebody, or they go in a joint venture with somebody who created the product. So sometimes they don't even spend a lot of time on it, but they create an asset for themselves, right? A digital product, this can be a training product, this can be a software product, this can be templates, whatever, and then they market and sell this product on a one-page website. And I'm sure you've seen a ton of these one-page websites before. We call it a sales page, and the only job of that website, that mini site, is to sell this product to you, right? To motivate and convince you that this product will solve your specific problem and tell you everything you need to know about that. And then when you read that, a big percentage of people will purchase that product, and when they buy it from you, then you become one of their customers. You go on the marketer's email subscriber list, and that means the more people, the more customers you get, the bigger your customer list or email subscriber list gets, and then you can promote other related products to this email subscriber list as well. Sometimes you can immediately sell other higher cost products to them, or you can just, with follow-up emails or emails that you send to all of them at the same time, promote products as an affiliate or your own related products to the list. And that is what they do to make money from the customers that they got from selling the product. And this isn't the end, this is just the end of one part of the cycle. Then obviously the marketer will start with the next product, right? So research and create another product, market and sell it again on another sales page, get more subscribers on the email list, continue to promote affiliate products to this list, and as you create more products and as you get more people on your subscriber list, you can make more money promoting other related affiliate products and your own products to this list as well. And so after each cycle, your business grows and grows and grows, and that is how you get to 6 figures in a very short space of time if you do all of this correctly and if you have the right system implemented to do this like clockwork. You have probably seen big marketers launching a product once every few weeks, once every month, and these guys just have a full system laid out that enables them to do this. And Leon, that's exactly right. This is also part of my business. This is also what I'm doing. I'm also a product launch marketer, amongst other things. But this is how you build your own business and make a lot of money. How many of you know of this business model, this product launch business model? Does this make sense to you? I mean, I haven't revealed a lot of you. I'm going to reveal to you my complete 12-step system, exactly how you can manage all of this from scratch. But does this sound possible? Does this sound like something that can earn you ridiculous sums of money? Right, so I see a ton of yeses from you. Right, so does the launch marketing business model work? Can you really earn big money? So a lot of people think that this is a quick money-making method. Now, this is not a quick money-making method. It does involve work. It does involve time from your part, but the time that you put in to build your own business, and you actually build something from scratch for you that you can later automate and that you can earn money from on autopilot later on. But there's a lot of work to involve. So if people believe that it's possible to make 6 or 7 figures online just by pushing a button here and there, as a lot of people want to believe, it's not possible. And I'm very honest when I'm with that. I believe in complete transparency. So that is why I'm telling you all of this, okay? It does involve work, but the amount of work for the payoff for that is what makes this a great business model. Because can you make ridiculous amounts of money in a short space of time? Yes, okay? It does involve work, but you can make ridiculous amounts of money in a short space of time, okay? This is just one screenshot of mine after one of my launches. You can see on this particular day, I made over $11,000 in pure profit just from one product that I launched, okay? And then I'm not even talking about the rest of it on other accounts and things as well, right? So it is possible to make a lot of money. Now, I don't want to waste a lot of your time. Now, you've seen a million screenshots like this before. I can log into one of my accounts and show you the potential that's possible from launching products, okay? So if there's a few of you want to say yes or hell yeah or whatever, I can quickly log in. I won't take very long. I can just show you a bit of proof inside my account if you want to see what is possible with this. But I don't want to waste your time, because I know a lot of people just see that you have seen so many screenshots and you don't know who to trust, and I don't want to try to force you, right? So most of you want to see it. There's one or two that don't want to see it. I'm not going to waste a lot of time. Let's just quickly maybe show you one screenshot. Okay, so this is basically what your dashboard will look like. This is JV Zoo, okay? So JV Zoo is a place where you can list your products that you sell. Okay, so each one of these, one of my products or one part of my products. So you can see when the launch was, you can see how many sales, and here you can see the total revenue from the products. Okay, so you can see some of my products did quite well. This one I sold $28,000. This one $30,000. This one $20,000. You can see the list goes on. It is quite a lot, right? So it is possible just from one launch to make a lot of money. I've done launches that I made close to $100,000 with. Now, of course, it's not all net profits. There are investments as well. But at the end of the day, the payoff is huge for the amount of money that you put in. And what's great about launching your own products is you do an initial bit of money, you launch your product, and after that you can continue making money from that product for weeks, for months, from years to come after that, because it's a digital product, okay? You don't have any extra cost. You have an initial investment to create it, maybe to get your product created, to get sales copy created for that if you don't want to do it yourself. But after that, it's just pure profits that you make after that. Okay, so you can see that it's possible to make a lot of money. Now, I'm not telling you that you're going to make $100,000 in a week after starting to create your own product. Obviously, it took me some time to get here, but I've had students making a success of this from the very get-go within a very short space of time. Okay, so a lot of you are thinking, write this about me. How many of you are thinking this? Sure, Bertus, but that's you, okay? Can anyone do this? Because the question is not if I can do it, because you already know that there are some marketers making a lot of money online. That's not the problem. The problem is, can you make money online? Can you build a huge business and do these huge, big launches and make over $10,000 a day? Right? How many of you are wondering this same thing right now? If it's possible that anyone can do this. Right now, let me show you a few examples, a few case studies of some people that I worked with in the past. So this is Skylay. This is a previous student of mine. He made over $1,600 in pure profits in just 2 days after his first launch. Okay, and he made over $10,000 in sales after 2 weeks with his first product launch ever. Now, if you are wondering if complete newbies can do this, people with no experience, this is a guy with very limited English abilities. He had no previous experience, no skills. He outsourced most of this product for a very low cost after I taught him how to do this. So he launched his product and he was able to make over $10,000 in profits. Okay. Now, so if somebody like this or Lucas Apedo can do this, anybody can do this. If you have the right system that you can follow, if you have the right blueprint and game plan to follow that's tailor-made for you and for your business, and you know what to do, you know when to do it, and there's no gaps in your learning, then you can make this amount of money as well. All right? This is Lucas Apedo. He's also one of my Elite Internet Marketing Academy students. Look how much money he made. Okay, he made over $20,000 with his first product. Okay. Now, some people obviously make a lot of more money than other people. And unfortunately, it's true that most product launches fail. Okay, most product launches fail. I can show you examples of this. I can log in as an affiliate on this platform. This, remember, JVZoo is where all marketers list their products. So I'm just going to quickly show you all the available products. So these are all the new ones I sorted according to date. These are not live yet. Let me just show you a few products that are already gone live and see how much money those people are making. Right, so here's some new products that people launched today. You can see, right, so this person just already made quite a few sales, so he's pretty successful. This guy didn't make any sales yet, less than 10 sales. Then here's a person making over 100 sales. And then look at all these people. All of these people haven't made more than 10 sales yet, okay? There's a guy with 25 sales again, and then here's these 6 guys with no sales again. And you can even go back a few days as well, right? So, and this in the last few days, you can see some people are making a ton of profits. Okay, this is by Michael Young, a huge internet marketer. And other people, like these guys, they launched their products, they probably worked on these products for a very, very long time, but they haven't made even a sale yet. There's no stats available for this, okay? So you can see that over 90% of people launching products are actually failing, okay, with their product launches. So what's the reason for this? It's not because of the quality of the product, okay? A lot of you think, but those guys are inexperienced, they don't have the right product, they can't create a quality product. It's not about the quality of the product, okay? Who wants to take a wild guess? What's the biggest reasons why these people are not making a success of their product launch? Why they are not making any sales for the product that they worked so hard on? Robert says about JV structure. Right. Let me see how many of you agree with this. And this is what I've found, okay, from working with my students, from talking with a lot of people, from experiencing this myself, okay? The biggest reason is not just one reason, it's quite a few reasons, and can be one of the following things. Sometimes the topic isn't hot enough, it's not in demand, people aren't interested to buy it, or the niche is not profitable. Maybe it's something that a lot of people, it's very in demand, but people can get free info on that, okay? The niche that they chose is not profitable, so it's important to choose something that's profitable. And a lot of times it's just because the person launching the product has no authority in this niche or market. He doesn't have any credibility, people doesn't believe that his product will be able to solve their problems because nobody knows about them, okay? So it's a lot about who you know in this as well, okay? You need to have a few contacts if you want to make this a huge success. Another thing is people don't have a unique selling point for the product, okay? If you start selling a product tomorrow called best traffic generation strategies. There's just no unique selling point for that. There's a million products like that on the market and nobody will buy it, okay? Because there's no unique angle. There's no USP for that product. And this is something that a lot of newer marketers struggle with, okay? They don't know how to position their product to get people to see it as a unique method or product and get them to buy. And then here's a big thing, okay? It doesn't have a high converting sales page. So people sometimes spend months on creating the product and then they create the sales page or sales pages within a few minutes or one day and they have absolutely no experience of it and the sales page just doesn't convert, okay? They get maybe 200 unique visitors to the sales page and they maybe just make one sale from that, okay? So that's terrible conversion percentage. You need to have a sales page that converts, okay? And some people maybe have a sales page that converts, but they don't have a deep sales funnel, okay? That means they're not maximizing the amount of money that they're making per visitor sent, okay? So even if you don't have a lot of traffic that you can send or a lot of affiliates promoting for you, you need to have a deep sales funnel, meaning one-time offers, upsells, or a back-end plan to really increase your return on investment. And unfortunately, many new marketers don't know how to structure a sales funnel properly for that. And overall, they don't know how to plan the launch. They just create the product, they list it on JVZoo or ClickBank or wherever, and then they believe that magically the sales will just start pouring in from when they put that up there. Okay, unfortunately, there's a lot more involved than just simply listing your product. You need to plan a launch. You need to build a buzz around it. You need to get in contact with the right people, and you need to organize and orchestrate a complete launch process, okay? And that is something that's very difficult for most people if they don't have the right guidance to do this. And then here's something that Monica also said and Karen also thought about, is that they didn't get enough big affiliates partners to promote and drive traffic. Now you can have the best sales page, the best product, the best sales funnel, you can even plan your launch, but if you don't have anybody sending you traffic, you are not going to make a lot of sales. Okay, so you need to get a lot of big affiliate partners on board to send you traffic. Now if you have the right people that you approached, just some of my regular affiliate partners can send me over 100 sales. Just one person that mails to his huge email list for my launch, and he generates thousands of dollars or and over 100 of sales, just one person for my product. Okay, so if you can just get a handful of big affiliate marketers to promote your product, you can make hundreds of sales to your product, okay? And unfortunately, not many people know how to approach these affiliate partners, how to build these joint venture relationships so that you can get an army of affiliates to promote for you. And then that also means that you didn't have enough proper guidance or contacts that can help you make this a success. It's really difficult if you try all of this on your own. If you just read a few ebooks, you try to launch a product, it's not going to be enough for most people to succeed. You need proper guidance from somebody who's having a success with this, okay, who can introduce you to contacts of them, who can give you guidance, who can give you honest advice. And that's what it's all about, okay? So you need the right guidance and you need a proven step-by-step formula to overcome all of these, okay? Now, how many of you agree with me on that? How many of you agree that those can be the biggest challenges for people that want to create products? How many of you agree with that? But Laura says yes. Right, for sure, it's a big problem, okay? Even I can easily tell you, listen, create a product, launch it, get affiliates, make trucks full of money, okay? And a lot of products tell you that, but they don't give you the guidance. They don't tell you exactly how to start from scratch, how to get a system going for you to make all of those things work and to make this a success. Right, so hopefully that's where I can help you today in this webinar. So how can you be guaranteed of a success as a private launch marketer and make it impossible to fail? Okay, so let me reveal to you my proven system that I teach my coaching students as well. Okay, so this system that I've perfected over the years, this is my complete business model. Okay, except for the coaching part of my business, the product launch system that I use. I structured this over 12 steps that basically where I teach my students over a period of 12 weeks, all of this, and I give them everything that they need to ensure their success. Okay, so you guys, I'm gonna run over this whole system for you so you can see exactly what you need to do for your business. Okay, and then afterwards, if you stay up until the end, I'm gonna give this mind map that I'm gonna reveal to you now. I'm gonna give this for free to you guys so you can go and check this whole system of mine and you can implement it yourself if you want to. Okay, and if you find that it's maybe too hard for you to implement this system I'm going to give you, I have a special opportunity that will help you to make this success later as well. Right, so make sure you follow with me for the next few minutes. I know we've run probably a few minutes late, but I hope that you are going to stay with me for the next few minutes for this. Let me just get my mind map. Can you guys read all the things on the screen clearly, or do I need to make it slightly bigger? Okay. Right, so hopefully you can read this, otherwise just listen. Right, so this is the 12-step system. You can see it's a Roman numerals 1, 2, 3. So basically each step is a week's worth of learning. Now sometimes it can take a little bit longer for some people, sometimes a little bit shorter, but this is what you need to do if you're starting from scratch. Now remember, I told you that this is the system that you can implement if you have no experience at all and you want to become a six-figure earning marketer within a year. Okay, so first of all, you need to take action. Okay, and that's the biggest problem of most people. You are just not taking action. You're not taking that first step, committing yourself to a system or a method, and that's the problem of most people. Okay, so you need to get organized, you need to set goals, you need to visualize your success, and then you need to use the best online business model for you. In my case, I teach product creation, product launching, list building, email marketing, and affiliate marketing. That is basically the best online business model that I teach. So if you are committed to this online business model, then you simply need to set your goals. You need to just learn the basics on how to get a website, hosting, a domain name, a PayPal account, or those type of things, which most of you already have, which is super easy, and then you're ready to start. Okay, and at that stage, this is going to be a little bit difficult if I do it like this. Hopefully this will be big enough. And the second step after you've set your goals and got organized is that you need to establish a presence online to build your brand. Okay, it's all about getting your name out there. It's all about establishing your presence online. Okay, and the way to do that, the easiest way to do that and get your feet wet with internet marketing is to start a website, right? To start a blog, your flagship site. Okay, so my flagship site is burtissengelbrecht.com, which is just a normal blog which I use for internet marketing reviews or tips, whatever you want to use. But you need to get a blog like that started as soon as possible and get some content on there, because that's going to take time, but that is how you are going to build your brand and how you can funnel traffic to your other offers later as well when you create your own products. Okay, so I believe it's very important to create a flagship website like that. Okay, And that's what I also teach my students, exactly how to set that app and how to do that. And then you're getting into the research part of it, okay? And that is, you need to research for an in-demand, profitable niche that you're going to create products in, and then you need to create a topic for your first product. Okay, now I teach you exactly how to find a high converting product, how to find a profitable niche. It's really not that difficult. You just find a niche that's in demand, you find a niche that's profitable, you research your competitors and find a hot product topic. And like I said, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. I teach exactly how you can find a USP, a unique selling point for a product or a niche that you chose, and make your product stand out from the rest. Okay, now it's really easy to do that. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just look at what's working for other people and you do the same type of thing, just providing more value or finding a unique selling point to make your product stand out. Okay, so even though you don't know anything about the topics, you can still create a product. And even if you can't create it or don't want to take the time to create it, you can still outsource this. Remember, all successful business owners work on their business. They don't work in their business, okay? You need to outsource as much as possible. But even if you start off on a shoestring budget, you can do everything yourself and reinvest your profits into creating more products or more things later for your other things, okay? Right, so after you have decided on your product topic, on your niche that you want to pursue, then you create your in-demand product, okay? Now, there's tons of different products that you can create. You can create a normal ebook training product that you can just research. You can create video products. If you don't want to create training products, you can simply research a few ideas and you can outsource software or a plugin for that. Or even I had successful students who even just outsourced editable graphic templates and sold that as a product. Okay, there's just so many different things that you can do when you create a product. You just choose the format of your product. You gather the sources for creating your product, so you can do research yourself. You can test out methods yourself. You can even use private label rights products, or you can outsource it. So it doesn't matter what skill level you are. Everybody can create a product, an asset for themselves. Okay. If you're creating a training product, you just create the outline, the main sections, you flesh it out, and you finish it. Okay. Everybody can create an ebook product within one day. Okay. Maybe it's not perfect. Maybe it's not grammatically correct. Maybe it has a lot of spelling mistakes in it, but anybody can create a 20-page or a 30-page ebook in a day. And then you have a product or a starting point for your product, okay? So I teach you, Leon, exactly how to do all of this. I teach you how to create video products, how to create software products, how to outsource this, and the whole system to do this as well, right? This is what I teach my coaching students. So this normally takes you a week, but it can take you longer. It can even take you shorter if you decide to outsource this. So let's say you have your product created already or almost finished. Then you need to create a platform to sell your product from. And that is where step 5 of our system comes in. Okay, you need to create a sales letter to sell your product. And this is very difficult for some people, but I make this a lot easier for my students by giving them HTML templates that they just modify. So you don't need to do any programming. You can basically just copy and paste other people's headlines and from other resources that I give as well. You can even use PLR content sales pages and just modify them, okay? And of course, if you have a bit of money to invest, it's the easiest when you start off just to outsource the sales page, okay? I know I have a few people that I use for a lot of sales pages. I normally connect my students with them as well so that they can outsource the sales letters, and then you don't have to worry about that. But a copywriting 4 sales letters, 4 squeeze pages, 4 emails. It's actually a very useful skill to learn. And you don't have to be extremely good at it, but if you're just mediocre at it, then you are already better than a lot of your competitors out there, because at the end of the day, it's all about sales when you're a marketer, okay? So I won't say I'm an extremely excellent copywriter, but I have a 12-step sales page formula, okay, that I use for writing my sales letters. And it's as simple as step 1, you get a high converting headline that do this and this and this, and step 2, it's this, and basically you just fill in the blanks, okay? And this is how I create all my sales letters from scratch. These days I still write a lot of my own product sales letters, just because I know my product best. And I've found that my own sales letters actually convert better than other top copywriters' sales letters. Okay, so if you have a bit of extra time to invest, then you can go and research how to write your own high converting sales copy, but it's not needed, okay? So, but this is something that I also spend a whole week on teaching my students. Right, so then you have your product, you have your sales page to sell it from. Then a lot of people will just start selling their product at that stage. But what I teach you for the next step is that you need to start building a list. And this is the most important thing that you can do in any part of internet marketing. It doesn't matter if you're a product creator or an affiliate marketer, or if you sell Kindle books or whatever. You need to start building a list. You've probably heard the saying of the money is in the list. Well, that's because it's true. And remember when I told you about how I made my breakthrough? I only started making regular sales to my own products and affiliate products and PLR products when I started having a decent sized email subscriber list. So before you actually start launching your product, you need to start building a list, okay? It's as simple as setting up an autoresponder account. You get a product to give away on a squeeze page as an incentive for people to sign up to your email list. You create your squeeze page for this. You can use templates for this. You don't even need to create this from scratch. I give a lot of templates and examples to my students normally as well, that shows them how to create a high converting squeeze page or lead capture page, but you can use PLR content for that and whatever, and then you simply create a few follow-up emails promoting your own products or affiliate products to that, or start promoting to your list. And you need to have all the traffic generation methods that you know about and that I'm going to teach you as well. All of this should drive to your squeeze page, okay? So instead of a person just seeing your offer once, most of them will subscribe to your list and you can market to them over and over again. So basically this is the only way to get push button traffic, and this is the solution to all your traffic problems. If you have a big list, if you have a list of maybe 2,000 subscribers and you send one email to them and you get maybe just 200 of those people opening the email and maybe just 100 of those people clicking on the link that directs to your affiliate product or whatever else you're promoting, then you are going to make sales, okay? And you can send an email every day. You can send it a few times a week. And you know that if you send an email, you're going to get a lot of traffic to this offer and you are going to make sales. And I teach you exactly how to build a very targeted, niche-related list that you can use for affiliate marketing, okay? And for creating your own products. And I also teach you how to find the best converting products to market to your list. Okay, so after you're starting to create your list and know how to do it, then you can move on to the next phase. Now, the reason why I said you need to start building a list before you launch the product is so that you can have a seed list. That means that you can use your list to leverage it with other JV partners, other joint venture partners. You can tell them, listen, if you promote my launch, I can promote yours as well because I also have a list, right? For instance. And you can also, of course, mail out for your own product getting you the initial sales to show good stats so that you can get affiliates on board to promote your product. So you need to make sure in step 7 to create a deep sales funnel to maximize your profits from your launch. Okay, so this is actually, you can a whole teaching or coaching on its own just to structure sales funnels properly. Now, I don't have time to tell you all of this now, but I do teach this in my coaching training as well. But basically, at the very basic, you need to have a product and at least 1 or 2 back-end products. That means after the person buys your product, they need to be exposed to a one-time offer or an upsell to your product. So you can easily see how much more money you can make this way. And you can also have a downsell. Maybe the person doesn't want to buy your first upsell because it's too expensive and they click on no thanks, or they try to exit the page. Then you hit them with another offer saying, listen, I understand you don't have as much money to buy that, but I have another offer for you that's a little bit lower cost. And then you'll get a lot more people buying that as well. So if you get maybe 100 sales, let's do a bit of math. So if you have maybe make 100 sales for your product and the product costs $10, then you make $1,000 in profit if you just sell your one ebook product. But if you have a one-time offer after, if you have an upsell, maybe it's a more comprehensive product to complement your main teachings, maybe it's a software, maybe it's a video case study or whatever, as long as it's related and complementary to the main product, then it's also beneficial to your customer, okay? So they find of great value, and a big percentage of them will buy it because they're in buying mode already, okay? So let's say you have a one-time offer of $20, and you get half of the people buying the one-time offer as well. So then you get 50 people also buying your $20 product, okay? So you can easily see how you can increase your overall profits with this. Now, if you've bought a few products from well-known marketers before, you know that you don't always see just the first offer. You buy the product, then you probably get a one-time offer. After you buy that one, you probably get exposed to maybe a coaching or a higher-end product that's even more expensive. And although you thought you bought a product just for $10, at the end of the day, you end up spending $100, okay? And that's the difference between newer marketers just trying to launch a normal product and a big marketer making over $100,000 in profits with a launch. It's all about your back-end plan, okay? So later when you get the mind map, you can look at all of that as well. But then it's time to plan your product launch, okay? Then it's time to plan your product launch. You need to decide what product launch model you're going to use. You're going to decide which platform to use for your product and your niche. You're going to decide which affiliate platform to use, JVZoo, Warrior Plus, ClickBank, whatever. You need to decide on your price points, the commission that you're going to give your affiliates. You're going to decide if you're going to launch this on your own with JV Partner or JV Broker. And I normally help my students to get set up with a well-known JV Partner so that they can get a lot of extra exposure that way. And then you must set a specific launch date and time. You set up your offer on the affiliate network and get order buttons on your sales page. And then you use, I have basically a checklist that I use when I launch products. For instance, 7 days before the time you need to do this, 6 days before the time you need to do this. On launch day, maybe 3 hours before the time you do this, 1 hour before the time you do this. So you need to have and work out exactly what you need to do at what time. And it's sometimes a bit difficult to juggle all of that if you don't know what to do or if you don't have the proper guidance for that, okay? And if you have all of that planned, then it's time to do affiliate recruitment. You need to recruit as many big joint venture partners and affiliates to promote your launch, because the most money that you're going to make from your product will come from affiliates. Like I said, just one big affiliate can send you 50, 100, even more sales. So you need to get as many of these big marketers on board as possible. Now, in the beginning, it's very hard even contacting these big marketers, but You just need somebody to connect you to get you started. And normally it just takes 1 or 2 product launches that are very successful from you, and then people know you already. Okay, they see, wow, they've seen your name everywhere. Your product was a great success. You sold a lot of copies. Your customers love your product. And as you launch more products, more people will see that you have quality products, and more affiliates will jump on board. So these days people already trust in most of my products. So when I launch a product, I can simply go through my Skype contact list or even my email list and just mail all of my normal partners. Say, listen, I've got a launch coming up. You can make so much commissions, and this is what the product is about. I would love your support. And on launch day, when I launched at 11 o'clock, by 12 o'clock, I will already have, if everything goes to plan, hundreds of sales. Okay, and that is what you can do as well if you plan your launch properly and get the right people on board for it. Now, so a big part of my method is all about building the joint venture partner relationships, making friends with big affiliates, and recruiting an army of big affiliates to promote your launch. And this is a goal teaching or coaching on its own, basically, because this is something that you won't see a lot of coaches and marketers teach you. Okay? You will probably, if you've joined other coaching programs before, if you've read product creation courses or ebooks before, chances are they've taught you how to build a list, they've taught you how to create a product, they taught you how to set up the product, how to create a sales page, all those different things, but nobody shows you exactly how and where to get all of these big affiliates to promote your launch. So, and this is one reason why you need to partner up with a coach or a mentor as well, okay? Because somebody that's already well known in the circles that you're going to launch your product in can easily connect you with the right people. So normally for my coaching students, if they launch a product on maybe that's related to Amazon, I try and get some of my big joint venture partners to connect with them and see maybe some of them want to launch the product with them or introduce them to them and maybe just promote the product for you. But that is how you get relationships started. Okay, you need somebody to introduce it to you. Now, obviously, I also show you other techniques of how to recruit those people. But at the end of the day, it's all about building those JV relationships. Okay, and then you launch your product at this stage. Okay, after week 9, you launch your product, and if everything goes well, you make a ton of sales in the first few days, in the first week. People mail out for your offer like crazy if you did everything correct. You make a lot of money, but after that, everything is not finished, except for starting to create your next product. You can implement a lot of other traffic techniques as well, okay? So there's a ton of different ways to drive traffic, free ways, paid ways, manual ways, automated ways, ways that you can leverage traffic. It's too much to go into all of this now, but at that stage, you need to use the additional traffic generation strategies to keep the momentum going and to keep making money with your product long after launch. So I have these systems set up, these traffic systems, paid and free, where I still make sales from my products that I launched years ago. Now, I'm not making hundreds of dollars per product that's a year old or 2 years old, but I still make money from that. And the more products you have, the more money you make at the end of the day with them. And then after that, you start creating your next product, okay? But I also teach you how to analyze and optimize your business for increased profit. So it's not just about, at this stage, this is very expert things, so I'm not going to reveal all of this to you now, but if you're at the stage where you're launching products, you're making sales, then you need to look at your whole business. You need to analyze, optimize it. You need to see where can you increase your conversions, where can you increase your, how can you improve your funnel, how can you improve the sales per product launch, and then you need to figure out how to scale all of that up, right? How to set up systems for your business, how to automate all of these things so that you can make recurring and passive profit. So that is where you want to be at the end of the day. You want to be able to go away on a holiday. You want to be able to go away for a few weeks without touching a computer and still make money online, okay? That's where you want to be at the end of the day. So you need to figure out how to use this system and make it work for you and scale it all up. Now, so that is basically the mind map. Now, if you're still here at the end of this webinar, I'm going to give this mind map to you, okay? So that you can look at all the ins and outs of it and see how you can make this work for you as well. Right, so how many of you think that this sounds like a plan? This sounds like a system that one can implement to build a huge business for oneself in internet marketing. How many of you think that that system is something that makes sense for you, that can work if you have the right guidance for it? Right, Larius agrees. Right, so anyone can make this a success. Now, a lot of you are sitting there and you think, well, that sounds really complicated. I mean, is it possible to make that much money? Okay? Other people have started from scratch and they have built a list where they can make a lot of money in a very short space of time. Okay? I don't know how many of you know Micah Medina's was one of my students. Okay? I launched products with him. His first product made over $6,500 in profit, okay? And this was a product that he outsourced, okay? He didn't spend a lot of time on as well. Now, would you be, if I told you, listen, would you take this money if that meant only investing a few weeks of your time? Okay? Would you take $10,400 if you invested a few dollars of your time, a few minutes of your time, maybe a few dollars if you want to outsource a few things? Right, so this Lucas Cepeda is a very successful student of mine. He made over $10,400 for his first product launch. Okay, you can see, look at his huge sales funnel. That's all just one product. And he still makes sales, okay? And these are just normal people. These are not guru marketers. These are not people with special skills. It's just normal people, okay? I taught Barry, he's launching a product next week as well. He built such a responsive buyer's list through his products that he sold. He can make over $800 a day or just in a few days promoting products, okay? This is not even his own product sales, and that is the power with your own products. If you launch your own products, then you build a dedicated buyer's list for yourself. And then you can promote products to that buyer's list. Now, it takes you a while to build the list. It takes you a while to create the product. But this is, after this, it's as close as push-button cash as you will ever come. And that's me being deadly serious with you. Right, so anyone can succeed with this, right? The only question is, how badly do you want it? Now, how badly do you guys want to succeed online? How badly do you guys want to change your life, become a full-time earning online marketer, even if you do it in your spare time, and make it succeed? Now, you told me about all your challenges. A lot of you are still struggling, and you have had a lot of doubts, but at the end of the day, it's how badly you want it. Now, how many of you want this? How many of you can give me a hell yeah, I want this really badly, and you want to make this internet marketing thing work for you? Right? What do you need to finally overcome any obstacles? Now, there's still a few of you that's saying you have a few obstacles, okay? So let me tell you how you can overcome these obstacles. Let's say you had this, okay? Let's say, for instance, you had the following. What if you had 100% proven, easy to copy, step-by-step system that you know works. Okay? What if you had a personalized game plan that's tailor-made to your particular needs? Now, not everyone's business or time that they have or interests are the same. So you need a personalized game plan that's tailor-made to your particular needs. Now, what if you had that? Would you be able to succeed? Leon says yes. What if you had actionable training starting from the very basic fundamentals from scratch and that leaves no gaps? This is the important part. You can get training anywhere. You can go buy a $7 WSO if you want today, okay? That gives you quality training, but it's going to leave gaps. The thing is, you need training that you can implement, that's actionable, that leaves no gaps in your learning. What if you had a one-on-one guidance and coaching from a qualified teacher and mentor, somebody who's been there, who's still there, that knows what's going on, who's having success with this system, and somebody that you can trust? What if you had all the tools, software, templates, right, looks like our audio connection is a bit restored. Sorry for that. But what if you had all the tools, software, templates, resources to fast track this progress of yours? Okay? What if you had somebody that can also connect you with the right people? Okay? Somebody who knows all the big affiliate partners, who knows people that they can connect you with. Would you be able to succeed if you had all of this? What if you had a community of peers to build partnerships with that can help you and that can hold you accountable? This is the thing that most people struggle with and why people are taking action. You have nobody to help you, you have nobody to hold you accountable, and nobody to motivate you. All these steps, who can tell me, would you be able to succeed if you had all of these things? Give me a yes or a no. If you can have all these things to overcome any obstacles that you have now or in the future, would you be able to be successful? Robert says yes. Laura says yes. Kelvin says absolutely. If you had all of this, I'm sure you will agree that there's nothing that can be too much of a challenge for you. Okay? The only question is, how bad do you want it? Now, those of you are ready, I want to hear, who of you are ready to take the next step? Now, the thing is, old habits die hard, as you probably know. Now, if I end this webinar right now, would you change your habits? That's what you need to think about now at this stage. Right, so I'm already going to give you the mind map. Hopefully I shared a lot of useful content with you. You got a few gold nuggets of information. But will you take that system that I gave you? Will you take this model that you agreed is a great business model to make money online? And will you change your habits and start making money with that system? How many of you will change that habit if I just stop the webinar right now and not offering you anything extra? How many of you think you will be successful if I ended the webinar right now? How many of you will actually go and change your habit? Go make a change and be successful with this? How many of you would take the info that I gave you and make a success from it? Remember, the first step is always the hardest. Okay, that is why so many people fail. You just need to take that first step. But the problem is, although I gave you all of this content, I have a replay for this, a mind map that I gave you, some people just need more than that. Now, some of you won't be able to succeed from just that information alone. Now, I can promise you this, a lot of people are going to struggle, okay? They are not going to be able to make that system work for them. Because the problem is, you need more. How many of you need more than just the information? Than just a mind map telling you what to do, or a video, or a webinar telling you what to do? How many of you need more? How many of you need more? How many of you need real over-the-shoulder training? How many of you need maybe a personal game plan, proven tools, the right motivation? Maybe you need accountability. Maybe you don't have the right connections in this business yet. Maybe you need one-on-one contact time, one-on-one coaching or mentoring from somebody who can force you to succeed. Now, what all of you need is this. You need me to be in your ear for the next 12 weeks to make a true lasting change. Okay? You need somebody like me to force you to succeed. What you need to do is to take the next step, and that is how you are going to say goodbye to failure, goodbye to information overload, goodbye to shiny object syndrome, goodbye to not making any money with the methods that you are already trying, okay? I thrive on the success of my students, and I want to help you, and I want to guarantee your success once and for all. I want to let you say goodbye to failure, okay? I want to guarantee your success. Now, I'm handing you the keys today. I've got a very special opportunity only for people on this webinar, and only for a certain amount of you, and only for certain type of people on this webinar. And if you fall into one of those categories, then I have the keys to success for you, okay? Now, my highest level coaching program is called my VIP Elite IM Academy. And if you decided that you want to apply for it, you're going to have to go through a questionnaire first, where I'm going to gauge if you are a good fit for my membership. And I'm only accepting a few people today after this webinar. But if you get accepted in this academy today, this is what I'm going to offer you. So I hope you consider this, because this can be that change that you were looking for. And you can see if these things will help you to succeed. If it's not going to help you, then I wish you all the best, but it's not going to help. Unlimited one-on-one contact time with me on Skype for a minimum of 3 months. How much is that worth for you if you can tap into all my experience, all my knowledge, ask me advice any time of the day? I'm ready there, and you can speak with me in instant message on Skype or email or whatever for as much as you want. What is the value that you can put on something like that? How easy will it be for you guys to succeed if you had that one-on-one contact time with me? That's not all. Remember, I said you need the guidance, you need the personal one-on-one contact time with me, but you also need a proven system, okay? So if you join today, you also get lifelong membership to my complete Elite IM Academy training program. That includes instant access to 12 weeks of actionable video content. Now, you got a taste of the 12 weeks content in the mind map. Each one of those sections that you saw is a whole week's worth of training that I set out for you step by step through video coaching. I'll also give you a lot of extra case studies. I show you the inside of my business. Everything's over, I think, 35 hours worth of step-by-step video coaching that you can go through in 12 weeks. Now, most coaching programs of other people that you've probably heard of will drip feed the content to you. That means if you sign up, this week you get weeks 1 content, next week you get weeks 2 content. I don't believe in any of that nonsense. I give my students everything from the very start so that you can work according to your own pace, okay? So you can put a tremendous amount of value on that. I worked for 6 months just putting together the video coaching for 6 whole months, okay? And I revealed everything about my business, my complete business model, everything from scratch, from the very basics, and it builds on each other as you go on. So it starts with very basic training that everybody can follow, and then it gets more expert and advanced as the weeks go on. And you can fast track yourself if you're a bit more experienced already. This includes my full case studies, insider look into my own 6-figure business. I expose my own campaigns. I show you exactly how I write my emails, where I find all my specific things and what goes on in my business, okay? So I'm very transparent with my students. I show you everything. And of course, it's very difficult to take action for a lot of people. So I don't just give you the theory behind it. I make this very actionable for everybody to follow. So I give workbooks, I give cheat sheets, I give homework assignments that you need to send me so I can keep track of your progress, so you can keep track of your own progress and help you to take action with it, okay? If these cheat sheets, homework assignments after every week has tick boxes, okay? If you can only move on if you have this box ticked, and so on and so on. And this makes it impossible for you to skip important parts of your learning, and this helps so that there's no gaps in your learning, and it's a lot easier for you to take action with it. Now, I don't just give you the training and the one-on-one help. I also give you a lot of tools to fast track your progress in this training, okay? So I have a lot of software of myself that I give you. I've done for you tools, ready-made sales funnels that I give you, templates, I've got swipes, I've got plugins that I give you, all things that you could possibly need, that too, for your internet marketing business, for creating sales pages, for building your list, all of that. And this alone is worth a ton already, because this will save just weeks of your time marketing. Now, how many of you, while we're at this stage, think that this will make you succeed? This will enable you to take control of your life and change it for the better. You've got the one-on-one contact time. You've got lifelong membership to my 12 weeks of training on my membership site. All the case studies, all the other things. How many of you think you will be able to be successful if you had only this? I get quite a few yeses. If you have a few questions that's not related to this, I'm going to just stay for the question and answer session. How about this? And this is of priceless value, and almost no coaches will or mentors will give this to you. I connect you with my big joint venture contacts. If you create your product and you're looking for partners to promote your product or partners to JV with you, I connect you on Skype with all of these guys. I'm friends with most of the big affiliates and product sellers out there. I connect you with these guys. And if it's a fit for my own list, I even promote for you. Just this part alone can make you hundreds and hundreds of dollars, okay? How many coaches do you get that actually offer you this? This is of priceless value. You cannot put a price on these connections that you can make because of my coaching. And to enable that, I also have a private mastermind Skype room where all my students hang out. And this is where you guys and myself share ideas. You get feedback on your products. This is where all of us communicate to make sure that you are not alone. You're not just a number. If you're one of my coaching students, you're a real name. We know you. We know your face. We know your name. We know what you're busy with. We share all of our ideas. We help each other out, and we build partnerships for the future, okay? You build partnerships with your peers, And that way you already have a whole bunch of people that can promote your product for you, okay? You also get access to my list building room where you can buy cheap traffic to build your list. I also have an Elite IM Academy forum as part of the membership site where you can build partnerships. You can even use this to promote your products. And then this is something that's also of priceless value to you. My Inner Circle JV Facebook group. And this is where I added all my biggest affiliate partners who promoted my products in the past. And each one of these guys have huge lists, can send a tremendous amount of traffic to your products. And this can be the starting point for you to build your relationships with these affiliates, or you can even contact them and build relationships with them on your own. You, as a student of mine, you can also promote your launch on this Facebook group. You can post it there, you can advertise it there, and you can pick up a lot of big affiliates from this. And this is of priceless value, okay? This basically guarantees that you will get affiliates for your launch, okay? If you had the right training to create your product, the right contact time with me to help you to succeed with this, you have all the done for the tools, all the group coaching sessions that I use, webinars that I do, videos on demand, there's no way for you to have a gap in your learning. I also get people to promote your products for you. I help you to get all of that traffic. So traffic isn't the problem for you. The product creation isn't the product for you. Having no contacts or being new in internet marketing is no problem for you. You get everything you need to succeed as a product creator and launcher. But I also have a free bonus for you guys. If you join today, I'm also going to give you lifelong access to my PLR membership site. It's called I Am PLR Elite Club. And this means that you will get unlimited PLR products that you can use to build your list, that you can rebrand and sell as your own products. You will never have to go and buy PLR products again. And you get this for free if you are one of my VIP students as well. So this is immensely valuable for you and already worth all of this together. And then I have one extra more surprise for you guys. One extra surprise to you guys, and that's an attendee only bonus. I haven't offered this ever before on any webinar or for any product of mine, and that is if you sign up today, you get accepted today, right after this webinar, you will also get access to all of my previous products. All the products that I created myself and I launched myself, you can get them for free. So if you say, oh, I've got a Facebook marketer software that you want access to, you don't need to go buy that. You just simply send me a message on Skype and I send it to you for free. Okay, so all of my products I've created, I think over 20 or 30 products in the last few years, you get all of them for free as well. So that means you never have to go buy a product again, okay? There's a few things that you will probably need to invest in later in your business, but you don't need to buy any products or info products ever again. This is the complete package. There's nothing else. There's no upsells to this. This is what you get. And this is the only thing that you need to succeed online, okay? Leon says he already bought all my products. Right, so now you can see this is a total value of over $8,000 plus the priceless values. Now, I guess the question that most of you have is what I'm going to charge you, what your investment will be to get all of this today and to guarantee your success. Now you can see the value of this is over $8,000. Now I don't know how many webinars you guys have been on, or if you've seen other coaching offers like this that includes one-on-one contact time, that includes all the case studies Right, so can you guys hear me again? We lost sound there for a moment again. Can you guys hear me again? Right, excellent. I don't know what's wrong with my internet connection. So if you have been on presented by other coaching programs like this, that gives you all of this, you probably know that these coaching programs with one-on-one access to your mentor cost anything between $5,000 to $10,000. I even know of coachings like this that includes less than this that cost way more than $10,000. Because I'm sure, how many of you have seen coaching programs costing in this range or even more? This is the going rate for this, okay? This is what you need to invest normally to enable, to guarantee your success. But of course, I'm not going to charge you nearly that. My normal price for my Elite Internet Marketing Academy, my email coaching training, is $1,997. Now, how many of you think at this price point it's a complete steal and a no-brainer? How many of you think that this, if I offered this, all of this to you and basically guarantee your success as an internet marketer, that this one-time investment is really just a fraction of what it's worth? How many of you agree with that? Right, so I see a few people saying yes, Robert saying yes. Now, of course, this won't be a special offer if I don't discount it a lot for you. So here's something that will blow you away. Today's webinar only price, and this is only on this webinar, and it's only for the first 10 people to take advantage of this. You are going to get access to all of this for 1 week for only $7. Yes, you read that correct. It's a $7 trial for 1 week. That means you get access to all of my training. You get access to me on Skype. You get access to all of these bonuses and things as well, but only for $7. And if you decide you want to cancel at any time during those 7 days, the first week, you can. You simply send me an email, you send me a message on Skype, I cancel it, and you don't have to pay me another cent for it. But if you decide that this is the coaching product for you, you like the content, you like my teaching style, and you are ready to be successful, because that's the only thing that you actually need. You need to be able to take action. You need to be able to want it. You need to be able to want to make a success of it. And then I know for a fact that you will be successful. So after that, you have a choice. There's 2 options if you want to purchase this. One's of $797, less than $800 investment, and that's the only investment you need to make. Or for those of you who don't have that amount of money at once, I also have a special payment plan for you that will work out to a bit more than that. So this is a discounted offer. Only 3 payments of $327. So if you don't cancel your membership, then you will be billed 1 time or 3 times, depending on which option you choose. Okay, this is the first time ever that I've been this crazy giving a $7 trial for this, because I strongly believe that anyone who joins me today and who's serious about their business will want to continue their coaching and make a success of this. And just the amount of training and the quality of training, I'm sure, will just blow you away after you've seen the membership site. Right, so for those of you who are interested, who want to take the $7 strings, I also have a 7-day money-back guarantee. This is so that there's no risk for you. If you have $7, you can get access to my coaching program that normally costs $2,000, and you get in for only $7. During this $7, If you don't find any value, I will not only cancel this, I will even give you $7 back to you. So this is completely risk-free. No way that this is a risk for you. And what you need to do right now, if you want to take that first step and be successful, you need to go right here to this link, bertusengelbrecht.com/go/apply, and then you will get access to a questionnaire that you will need to fill in. It's a very short questionnaire, should only take you a minute or two, and after that questionnaire, you will immediately see if you are approved for my membership site or if not, and then you will get access to the order page where I will list everything that you get, my refund policy, and the 2 payment options for you. So the $7 trial for 1 week, it's only going to be for the first 10 people on this webinar. After that, it's going to be going back to the normal price, and I can promise you, you're not going to see anything like this ever again from me or any other coach. Okay, I'm quickly going to paste the link in the chat box for you guys. Right, so I pasted it in the chat box. You can simply click on that link. But it's bertusengelbrecht.com/go/apply. It will give you access to a form you need to fill in quickly with all your contact details. You need to answer a few questions. Very simple, very easy. But if you will probably already know what this coaching is about. This is not a blind offer. You know exactly what you're going to get. And that is what you need to do right now. Remember, there's only 10 spots left. This is not some false scarcity tactic. I only let in a few people at a time, and then I close the doors for this forever, okay, until I open it again, which can be at the normal price or an even more inflated price than this. But I can promise you, you're never going to get it for this low cost ever again. Denise is asking about the mind map and asking how to get that. Right, so how you're going to get the mind map is if you go to this link. You will see after you fill in this link, you're gonna get there's a sign up form. We need to fill in your name, your email address, and then you're going to get access to the questionnaire that you're going to fill in, and the mind map will also be emailed to you. Okay, so if you sign up at this link here for the questionnaire, you're going to get the mind map in your email for free. Okay, so you can go through that, you can see if you can fill that in, and I don't know if one of the spots will be available if you decide to go for this tomorrow or the day after that, but chances are these spots will go very quickly, and that is why you need to jump on this right now. Right, so go to this link, go fill in those info, and let me know if you have any questions. If you guys have personal questions that you want to ask me, you can also get me on Skype. You can hit me up and add me on Skype. My Skype ID is BertusENG. This is my Skype, BertusENG. And you can also talk to me about that as well. Right, so questions or concerns. So we went way over the time, but if you have any questions about this webinar, about my coaching offer, or about anything at all, please hit me up quickly and I will take a few questions for you guys. And if you have any concerns about this at this stage, okay, please let me know what are the concerns that you have. Type it into the box there. Let me know what is the problem. Why are you not prepared to take advantage of this and take the plunge? Remember what I said, there's only one way for you to be successful, and that is to take that leap of faith. You already know exactly what you're going to get from me. I'm very transparent with my offer and my business, and I can guarantee you are going to have success if you take this plunge. Robert is asking, will this process still work if my product is a process to be licensed, not a product to be purchased? This for offliners, not internet marketers. Basically, my teachings is all about selling products online. Okay, so there's no physical selling to people in the offline world involved. You can do all of this from the freedom of your home. No selling or offline work involved for this. Okay, so maybe you can probably use a lot of the training like the list building and those type of things for offline business as well, but this is more geared for the online market. Kelvin asks, I have 2 products created, both membership sites, but I'm having a hard time getting them launched. Would you be able to check them out to see what I need to do next? Yes, for sure, Kelvin. This is one of the big benefits of joining my VIP Elite IM Academy, is that I give you unlimited one-on-one contact time. That means I check out your products, I advise you on your sales funnel, on the quality of your product, if I think it will work in your marketplace, what your specific plan needs to be for launching it. I tailor-made it for you, so after you get access to my training, you also get access to me on Skype immediately, and even if you already know all the first few weeks of how to create the product, how to create search and niche and those things, you don't need to go through all of that. If you're a bit more experienced, you can simply fast track your progress to the part in the training where you start planning your launch and start building JV relationships, and you can take the training from there, and I can help you to connect you with big JV contacts, can help you to get more affiliates on board for your launch as well, and that is going to help you a lot to make your product a success, even if you already have your product created. So definitely going to help for you. Loris, you told me a story. I don't want to reveal everything on the people, but hopefully if you take the plunge of my training, you will be up and running and have your own online business within 12 weeks, and you'll be able to fire your boss. You don't need a boss. You don't need to worry about losing your job or finding a new job. You can make this a full-time earning job of your own. Even if you just start part-time like I did, soon as you start making real money, you will see how easy it is to fire your job, quit your job, and start becoming a full-time internet marketer. There's just so many possibilities if you are an internet marketer working from home. Right, so are there any other questions? If there's any other questions, I'm going to leave this on for just a few more moments, but I'll get back to you. Contact me on Skype or my email. My contact details will be on the order page after you go through this application process. You will get all my contacts there, so you can send me an email as well if you are having any doubts. And then I'm going to see you guys on the inside, and I hope that you take advantage of what you've learned here, even if you don't join my coaching. If you join my coaching, I'm sure that you are going to be successful. I'm going to work closely with you, and I'm sure that you are going to be very glad that you made this leap of faith and this initial investment into your business. I will see you guys on the inside. This is Bert Engelbrecht. Thank you for watching.